Where did you learn to deal with pressure? And I understand maybe when diving with sharks, you were never fearful, but there's at least a pressure that comes to being in the water and having to get high quality shots for Hollywood. How do you deal with that kind of pressure?
You just hope the sharks behave.
Yeah.
You hope the water's clear. You hope the sun shines, and then you get your shots. I am a little different to my brothers. I don't get afraid.
At all?
Standing on the edge of a cliff, I'm terrified because I want to jump. But in the water, the shark comes. He's just a big fish, and that's the truth. He is a big fish. So you treat him as such. I've made mistakes, but I've learned by them. And it's a pity that people are so afraid of them because they're around. That's their habitat. They don't come up on land and chase you. You go into the ocean. It's your choice. What I can say to every swimmer off a beach, don't swim early in the morning, very early, and never swim at dusk. On a high tide. They come in on a rising tide, especially late in the day, to see if there's anything they can eat in the flotsam and jetsam or whatever it might be washed up on the beach.
So even as a swimmer, you can stay safe by just not swimming at dusk, dawn, and especially at a high tide dusk.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, that last attack in the harbour, that's when she was in the water,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Right. So would you ever film around those times, or you'd never film around dusk and dawn?
We film whenever we have to film sharks, when someone's paying us to do it.
It's just
But in the early days, before television, we used to shoot sequences for Movietone News, and they had a small theaterette in every capital city in the world, and they would pay £35 for an item, but it had to be sharks. They weren't interested in minnows or starfish, crabs. It had to be sharks. And that's what Ron and I got up and down the coast looking for sharks, film to sell to Movietone. And if I was in the image swimming with the sharks, preferably in a bikini, all the better.